I might be shaking a little bit. That I'm not sure if that's the adrenaline or the exhaustion or the excitement. It's probably a mixture of all three, but here it is. Hello, welcome back to Classics with a Quirk, where I talk about contemporary and luxury designer items and brands with a touch of silliness. This is the kind of content that you find interesting. Please do like this video and subscribe for more of it. Thank you. It has been an incredibly long day. I don't know what's going on with my lighting or my setup. I'm just doing my best. Things are being moved around, but I got this package in the mail today and I want to unbox it immediately. I couldn't unbox it immediately because I had to do other things, but now I finally have a moment to film. The sun is setting. I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to get this out of the box and see what it is and hold it in my hands. And by see what it is, I know what it is. I did order this. I'm not buying blind. I paid for this, but I want to see it in person and see it and touch it and hold it and feel it and hope that it is exactly what I want and that I get to keep it, because I really want to be able to keep it. I do not want to return this item, and not because returning it will be difficult. I don't want to return it. I want to hold it in my hands and keep it forever. I bought this online pre-loved. It is an item that I've been really after for a very long while, and when I saw this item show up in my searches, I really had to go for it. I'm really hoping that this is exactly what I wanted in the condition that it said it was going to be in, and I really don't want to wait any further and prolong this anymore, so I'm going to just get into it now. So I bought this item off of Rebag, and Rebag frequently has discounts and deal codes going on, like all the time. They have a sale and then it ends and then they have another sale. Now, the sales that you really want to look for are the 10 and 15% off sales. 10% is great, 15% is better, 20% is best. They do 20% fairly regularly now around Black Friday, so that's a pretty good time to check. Of course, if they're doing a 20% off sale, then you want to make sure that you are waiting for when the sale goes live, because otherwise somebody else could snatch up your item because they're getting a deal too. But be careful. But I saw this item on the website and there wasn't a 10% off sale going on at the time. Actually, what happened is that I saw that there was a 15% off sale. I saw an ad for it on Instagram, and when I went to the website and I checked this bag, it didn't apply for the discount. So I contacted customer service and they said that actually only clearance items qualified for that 15% off discount code, but they could send me a personal 10% off discount code. And so that's kind of what I went with. And all right, so I've opened the entire box. I've cut it open with no really fanfare or anything. I'm incredibly tired, but also very excited. So it's a very interesting mix of adrenaline that's going on right now. This is a dream bag. It is a piece that as I just said, probably multiple times, I've been looking for a long while. And this is what I hope is going to be the culmination of all my searching and all my time and energy and patience, you know? So, all right, let's see. Now I am hoping that it was packaged nicely, because things get bumped around, things get dinged, and these are really expensive pieces. You want to make sure that they're protected. I understand eco-friendliness, and absolutely I'm a part of that. Like, I believe in it wholeheartedly, but if you're looking at something that's so expensive, you want to make sure that it's actually packaged nicely so it doesn't get like nicked and scratched and dinged around in the box. So I'm hoping that this was shipped nicely, and I'm already seeing a lot of bubble wrap, so it looks like it was. Okay, so let's just do this thing. Let's just do this thing, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about what I got. And it depends on what I have energy for. Mostly I just want to unbox it for you today, and anything else might follow after. So, okay, so here's just like more tissue paper. There's some black tissue paper in the box. Okay. There's the clear trade thing that Rebag is doing now. Oh, it's upside down. Here we go. Oh, it looks like Rebag changed its dust bag. It was originally yellow with black font, and now it is, or at least this dust bag, is white with this beige font. Okay. Dust bags only all right. Honestly, the yellow ones were much nicer quality. This one is fine. But okay, so it was wrapped up nicely, and this is the item. Okay, all right, here it is. Moment of truth. Let's see. Oh my gosh, okay. I might be shaking a little bit. That I'm not sure if that's the adrenaline or the exhaustion or the excitement. It's probably a mixture of all three, but here it is. Can you see what it is? Can you see what it is? It's actually wrapped in plastic. I really appreciate that. It's a protective little plastic sleeve for the bag inside the dust bag. Thank you so much, Rebag. I really appreciate protecting this bag from the elements. Oh my God, okay. I'm gonna take it out of the plastic bag now. Somehow. I am so ready to touch it and see what the lambskin feels like, because I mean, as you well know, I am big into the feel of my bags here. All right, okay, okay. The little certified by Rebag authenticity card. Oh my goodness, okay, oh my goodness. All right, so this is, as you probably can tell, it is a vintage Chanel jumbo single flap in the vertical quilting. It is in the lambskin with the gold hardware that comes on our vintage pieces. The hardware is nice and heavy, and you've got that little like clink and squeak from the change. That's amazing. Here's the Rebag tag that if you want to return the bag, you gotta keep this on. I believe there's a 7-day return policy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whoa. All right. Look at the hardware, the CC. This is the with the oversized CC lock. Look at the CC hardware. Like that is, there is some scratches, but like barely. It is so nice. There's a little stamping that denotes what year it was made. Okay. Wow. All right, that's fine. Okay. Rebag did say that there was a little bit of an older. They listed this as fair condition. And of course I did not bring my phone in my excitement, but I believe they listed this as fair condition with scuffs, markings, touch-ups on the corner, and a musty odor. And I mean, it smells like old bag. You know how I don't care about old bag smell. I can deal with that. No problem airing out the corners. They said that it was touched up. Yeah, I can see a little bit of the touch-up on the corners, but it's pretty negligible. The lambskin is pretty good. It's a little bit dry, but it is still pretty soft. I will say that this lambskin is still not as soft as my single flap, my small single flap that I have. And it was actually really interesting to compare the two, just like side by side to look. This is like a bluer tone black as opposed to my single flap, I think is a warmer tone black. It's, I mean, I'm babbling a little bit, but like, look at it. There's a reason why I'm babbling. Okay, beautiful. It's got the big pocket in the back, and let's see if it sticks. It does not stick. This does have the burgundy interior, and I didn't even open it yet. Okay, what am I doing with my life? Nice and stuffed. Bye forever. It fell on the floor. And there's the burgundy interior in the bag, if you can see that. It is the single flap, so it's just the one big open hole. Now this did come with authenticity card, so I'm wondering if, yep, it is in the pocket. And this is a 3 series. Really gonna just quickly double check the numbers here, and they are the same. Hooray, yay. Wow, all right, okay. So there are some scuffs and scratches, but like, of course, this is a 3 series. So I believe that's 96, 94 to 96, something like that. All of my knowledge is like flown out the window, but something like that. All right. Well, all right. So this was the unboxing. This is what I did. This is what I bought. Yay me. I am clearly in awe, and I'm going to observe it and look at it really closely in detail, but I wanted to just unbox it and actually get it open and look at it and share that with you guys. This is clearly my very real, true, honest first impressions opinion, and it is beautiful. For those of you who have watched a previous video that I did a little bit ago, earlier this year, where I bought a beautiful single flap, a smaller one, a single flap with an edged border. I bought that from Vestiaire Collective, but actually from Rebag, but through Vestiaire Collective. And I had a very unfortunate unboxing experience with that. The leather did not feel nice. I just was unhappy with how it had been packaged, and that coupled with the leather, the leather felt like plastic, and I just was very unhappy from the get-go. Like, you could see it on my face. People who watched it were like, "You look like you're about to cry. Maybe it's not the bag for you." And I'm like, "I know it." I was so disappointed, but I am not as disappointed. I am not disappointed. As I said, the leather does feel a little bit more matte, but it's not like sticky. It's still soft. It's still lambskin. It does feel a little bit dry, but in the dehydrated kind of dry, not in the like repainted kind of dry. And in fact, you can kind of tell some of the corners have a little bit more of that feeling than the actual lambskin. It is very soft. The chains work good. I mean, there's not even that much creasing in the back of the flap, like where it opens and closes. There's not that much creasing. This doesn't look like a bag that was, see, look at that. There's not that, you see what I mean? Usually you'll get like all sorts of creasing here, and there's not that much. Nicks and dings, of course, but just yeah, the chain is beautiful. Like, this is in beautiful condition. A little bit of bulge on the side, but really, like, this bag is old. Who cares? I do not care, and I would be stuffing it anyway. This sort of bag, you'd be wanting to take care of it nicely to continue to retain the shape. I'm just looking at the links to see how the leather is entwined through the hardware, and you can see that for the most part it looks gorgeous. The hardware is nice and solid. The leather is interwoven very beautifully. There is going to be, you know, wear on the hardware of the strap most of all, and of the leather of the hardware strap, because that's where it rubs, you know, back and forth and up and down. But for the most part, this is real good. Oh my gosh, like this is in such good shape. Obviously, I'm going to be getting it double authenticated, but just from what I see and what I feel, it feels really good. As I just, you know, I'll double check, but I'm gonna double check, and I'll update you once I get it authenticated. Gosh, like, look at there's barely even any scratches on the inside of the bag. Like, this is in really nice shape. My goodness, what was Rebag talking about? Okay, so there's the Chanel in there, the stamping, and then on this side is where it says made in France. Not that you're going to be able to see. It's got the big CC zipper pull here. Can I even show you that? Yeah, there we go. There's the zipper pull. There's a CC zipper pull there for the back zipper pocket and the back flap pocket. Now, one of the nice things about the single flap jumbos, as many of you might know, is that they are a lot lighter because they don't have the extra bag inside of them to add all that little extra weight and heft. And especially because on the jumbo, you're already dealing with all of this hardware and all of this hardware. It's all of this leather. It's going to be a heavy bag already. So not having the extra flap is, you know, it saves that extra little amount of weight. I don't particularly mind the weight of the bag, this particular bag, at all. I mean, it looks super roomy. It looks super nice. I'm very excited to play with it and see what it can and can't fit. I'm not going to do it in this video though, because I think that I need to just take some more time off camera to spend with the bag. This is just me fawning all over it and my first impressions, and goodness, can you tell whether or not I am excited and I'm pleased? This is what it looks like when you really like something that you're buying, right? This is what you're supposed to look like and what you're supposed to feel when you unpackage something. This is it, right? This is what it's about in terms of being happy with what you purchased. And you know, this is why it would be worth it, you know, to make this type of purchase for me. This experience and this reaction and this like very silly joy. Like, my goodness. Okay, as I said before, I have been looking for a bag of this nature for a while. I've been wanting another vintage Chanel bag to add to my collection for a long time, and the pre-love market has been getting ever harder to navigate, just especially with the things getting scarcer because things are getting older and no longer produced. With prices of the current bags going up and up, pre-love is very desirable. People still like the, you know, the gold-plated hardware that the vintage bags have that the current bags don't. I personally find vintage lambskin much more durable than present-day lambskin, so that's also a factor to keep in mind. There are styles and patterns they just don't make anymore in the vintage styles, such as this one. So I had been searching for this for a while, and I had found like caviar versions and ended up not going for them because I really did actually want lambskin. I know that's a little bit out there. I know that most people want caviar, but I really wanted a lambskin piece. And if I was going to get a lambskin piece that was going to be of this magnitude, I wanted it to be vintage lambskin because that's what I wanted. I wanted the vintage Chanel lambskin that they just don't do anymore, and certainly not in the same way. So this is what I wanted. I was debating between this and the classic quilting. I was also looking at silver hardware for a while, but when I saw this in the vertical quilting, it was just like kind of instant. Like, that was it. That was the one. That was the bag that I'd been searching for, and this was the bag that I didn't buy all those other bags for, you know? Like, I didn't buy all those other bags specifically so I could get this one. So this one was waiting for me for when I saw it and got it. And I am kind of over the moon. Again, I will expect it more off, but from what I'm just seeing and admiring it, I'm more surprised than it looks very good. It looks very good for something that Rebag had rated as fair condition. The lambskin feels good and soft and durable. The hardware looks great. It's not really pitted or scratched or tarnished really. There's very little plating wear. Grommets look good. I'm not seeing any pop stitches or anything. Even the touched up corners, like, I can tell that they were, but so what? They're just corners. Like, big deal. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's try some mod shots, shall we? Maybe. Let's see if I can do that. I'm gonna flip the camera around. Just a sec. So here's the bag on the classic double strap length. I was actually worried about this bag being too big on me because I've only ever tried on the classic double flap jumbo, and I did find it a little bit overpowering. But I feel that this one sits really nicely, and I don't think that it looks too big on my frame. I'm 5'7" for reference, and you know, I don't know. I also think that it's got like a kind of a slimmer line to it. I don't know. I think it looks really good. I think it's, oh, it's not too big. Yay. Okay. So I've also seen it worn like with the chain adjusted slightly. So you have like this kind of like longer drop here. So it can be worn on the shoulder on like a long drop setting, as opposed to all the way where it's just like really long. This would also be a good crossbody length if you wanted to crossbody your vintage Chanel jumbo. It's definitely a look. And then another thing that I've seen people do, and that you can do with this because of the way that the handles work, is just kind of top handle it with the chain dangling. I think that looks really classy. I think that's really cute. I think that looks so nice. My goodness, this is... All right, well, I guess I'm just gonna play around like this for the next 5 years. That's fine. I don't need to do anything else with my time. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. The chains move really nicely too, really fluid. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this very exuberant unboxing of this beautiful vintage Chanel jumbo in the vertical quilting style. I would love to know what you think about this bag, and if you've bought anything recently, please feel free to share it down below. I am really happy with this experience and this purchase, and I really enjoyed this whole experience, and I hope that you did too. And if you have something you'd like to share, please, as always, do leave me a comment. I am looking forward to interacting with you in the comments below. If you liked this video, please do give it a like because it super duper helps the algorithm, and subscribe for more content because it helps the algorithm even more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.